Milan are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this guy, McAllister, is someone I see as the linchpin in this side. He's a playmaker who loves that little left-sided channel to release people further up the pitch. But I also like to see him play centrally at times. I think he's just very, very good in the number 10 position, and he's got a great understanding of that role.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Not the most convincing of passes. Now it's Messi. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Serginho. Alexander-Arnold. And it's João Palhinha. It's Camavinga. Serginho. Played out wide. Both sides exercising caution for now. And a chance! Mohamed Salah. And it's Camavinga. And this is Drogba. He's had a shot! He's got away with one there. Now, can they get him away? In towards the back. Oh, great leap! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Still goalless. Here's a man in form. Alexander-Arnold. João Palhinha. Serginho. Alexander-Arnold. It's been slipped through. Oh, this is a... Can he finish? Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Milan have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, now here's a good battle. Mohamed Salah! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Borussia Dortmund restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Great vision. Good real chance! Goal, Milan! And again they hit the front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. João Palhinha. Camavinga. João Palhinha. Now it's Messi. And it's Serginho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Serginho is in a good position here. It's Drogba! And a neat finish. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Milan now in a position far more desirable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. João Palhinha, Serginho, pass is coming off in quick succession here, and he's running through, steaming on goalwards. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Shot a goal! And he couldn't finish.
Mohamed Salah deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's João Palhinha. João Palhinha. Now it's Messi. Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Milan palpably. Oh, he's gifted it, and the shot! Goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly. And that is indeed the final act.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Milan, undoubtedly the happier side at the break. Up by 2, but it must be said, even that looks unconvincing under these circumstances.
Today's match is now on sale in the Stadium Hall.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 6, João Palhinha, number 11, Didier Drogba. Coming on the field, number 14, it's number 21, Ekitike. Substitution.
Gets us going once more. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Driving through. Oh, shooting chance! And no mistake. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So now the difference is 3. Ekitike. O'Reilly. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Now it's Trossard. Can he get it through? Now it's Trossard.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he cuts out the supply. And it's Serginho. Serginho! Chance! And he hits the net! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. The movements, and that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Hello attendees, this is a Lost Children's announcement.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Takes a shot! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when...
Drogba! And he hits the net! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Milan restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Shevchenko displaying great doggedness, took it on against all the odds. Kimmich. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. João Palhinha. And it's Serginho.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Serginho. And here's Messi. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
That'll be a throw. And it's been given away. And it's João Palhinha. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And they've switched it over to the other side. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ball swung in. And he's straight offside. And that is a little undercooked. Cafu, just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And he's picked it up out wide. Cafu.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Serginho is onto this. Hoisted in. And he's there to clear it. Trossard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
João Palhinha. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. A lot hinges on this one. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
And now he has two. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
This might spell danger. Oh, important interception. João Palhinha. Now it's Drogba. Could move up a gear here. 15 minutes till half-time. Totti. Now it's Shevchenko. And he's picked out the run. João Palhinha. And he's only too happy to take that back. Trossard. Now it's Trossard. Trossard stood his ground strongly. And here's Messi. Messi. And Messi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And we have our very first corner. Serginho. Looking for and a chance! And there's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan go up by 2 and are looking good.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Now it's Camavinga. Great ball if he can get there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Serginho. Oh, it's come loose. Oblak sends that a
Ci
long
saranno 3
way.
minuti di recupero.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Threads one in. Camavinga. And it's Messi. And this is Drogba. Cafu. And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Tries to pass it through, and the shot! Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Shevchenko. Howson. Played out towards the right wing. Shevchenko. Juve distributed tidily. Out of play for a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's been caught napping. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played. Alexander-Arnold. Shevchenko. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Kimmich. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Drogba being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
He's found a way through. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Serginho, he's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Punched away. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Messi. Now it's Drogba. That is good alertness. Serginho. Messi gets on his bike and on the move. Howson gets across to intercept that. Totti. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Totti. And here's Shevchenko. Serginho. Totti, who does have an assist to his name. Joe! Oh, brilliant stop from Oblak! Oh, that was no routine save.
Diouf clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Corner
8.
number 2 then.
Messi. Numero 18. Numero 9. Numero 19. Lasciano il campo per il numero 17.
Good effort!
Il numero 21.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, he's bustling through here. And that's a good ball. Cafu. And it's Doué. Fernandez. Half an hour gone in the second half. He's got away. And the finish! Just cruising. They are cruising. And he is just ripping it up. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Real chance! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
It's their second corner of the game. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things already rolling. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. And it's Serginho. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, good ball! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're quick to get it back. Turns back here, probably the best option. Passing nice and neat. And he can thump it away. Milan appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Van Dijk. Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. It's a loose ball. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
João Palhinha actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan with the corner, they're first. And he's there to clear it. Great vision. And the shot! Goal! Milan! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
And here's Drogba. Well, that looks a decent ball. Milan very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Camavinga. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. De Bruyne. Now it's Beckham. And this is Drogba.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Drogba. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Drogba. Guardiola. This is a promising build-up. João Palhinha. Rafael Leao. He's having a shot! Oh, that's a fair try, but just off target. Son Heung-min. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Son Heung-min. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. It's a really well-measured ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Haaland. Now it's Drogba. Drogba was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rodri. Beckham. Showing good feet. He has a look up.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And this is Drogba. Oh, now he can run. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
He's a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Camavinga.
There will be
Messi
1 minute
just
added
eases
time.
him off the ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vardiol. De Ligt does really well to win the ball there. It's a searching pass. And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Substitution
Milan
in
firmly in
progress.
control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. So straight into the second half. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
João Palhinha looking to pass their way up the pitch. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good spread. No, he's not getting past him there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Van Dijk. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he's cut it out. Now, can they get it? Big chance! Caught offside that time. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodri. And here's Haaland. And this is Drogba. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
The attendance
And
for
they
this
win
match
it
was
back again.
29,950.
Front-footed pressing going on here. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Camavinga. And it's Serginho. De Bruyne.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, this looks sharp. Trossard. Serginho. Camavinga.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And this is Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. That is good alertness. Could move up a gear here. And that has left him in a heap. Hangs in a... Can he finish? Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Beckham. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. De Bruyne. Well read. And the danger is averted. Trossard. No outsmarting him this time. That has ended up in no man's land. Messi. And it's Serginho. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Pass is just off target. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Ligt. for Palmer. And the counter is on. And it's Beckham. Son Heung-min. And it's Beckham. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Camavinga, who does have an assist to his name. Milan can consider themselves just about safe now. Serginho. Well, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Erling Haaland. Number 22, Palmer.
Alexander-Arnold.
Coming on the field, number 23,
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Number
Zabani
15,
makes the interception.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
João Palhinha.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Spread neatly. Look at the space here. Vardiol. Trossard. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. Played back to the goalkeeper. Hoisted upfield by the keeper, and he cuts out the supply. And it's Serginho. De Bruyne. Here's Ronaldo.
There will be one
Now it's
minute added
Mbappe.
time.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. He shifted it to the flank. That's that, the end. Milan are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner.
And we come to you now.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So straight into the action. O'Reilly is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
Well, Peter, I can...
Shot a goal! More and more pressure on the ball here. O'Reilly. Now it's Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. O'Reilly is in a really good position out wide. Oh, that was vital. Now it's Mbappe. Fofana. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Serginho. Spread it left. Crosses it, it shoots! Wow, that is Didier Drogba!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height, and he was able to hit it with great control as well.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's played into the middle. O'Reilly. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. That's very neat.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Trossard. He has found the way through. Trossard puts a cross in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Alexander-Arnold. Milan currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Now it's Drogba. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
O'Reilly is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Oh, good spread. Now it's Messi. Serginho. And this is Drogba. Oh, that's a key interception. Fofana. Serginho. And it's O'Reilly. Little pass back. He won't be happy with that one. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nicely weighted ball. And he's quick to get rid. Now it's Drogba. Now that looks a decent ball. Vardiol. Camavinga. "30 minutes gone."
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Donnarumma deals with that nice and simple. Messi, big chance! And he's heaved it away. Cross goes in there. Rashford gets it away. Plays a sharp little ball here. Spread out to the left. And they win it back again. And he's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
O'Reilly is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task.
And the shot! And that's in! And that for him is goal number 10. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
João Palhinha. That's a good run down the left. And nicely intercepted. Camavinga. Messi.
Ci sarà un minuto
Oh,
di
good
recupero.
read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's superb. And that signals the end of the first period. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Messi.
And we get
Lascia
things
il
going
campo per il
again.
Numero 21.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Drogba going forward.
Drogba clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
There's the shot! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Tries one from range. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Alexander-Arnold.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Well, played right into his path. He's had a shot! It's a goal! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. That was easy, almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! And no mistake. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Milan are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Vardiol. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Mbappe. And it's O'Reilly. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. Can he finish? Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Milan with the corner, there first. Messi goes short. O'Reilly deals with that comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. He can run onto that. Oh, that's fabulous. He's on it, can he get away? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Into the last quarter of an hour.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Fofana. Now it's Mbappe. Good ball over the top. Brilliantly cut out. Well read, nice interception. Alexander-Arnold. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe picks it up out wide. He's found the way through. Has to go back here. Serginho. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Serginho. And this is Drogba. Real chance! And that's a tiny finish. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Oh, what a mistake! And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Azar. Nicely weighted ball. Alexander-Arnold receives it in a header! High and ultimately harmless. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. And that's that. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun.